A very, very good evening to you. Thank you very much for joining us here on KTN Weekend of Prime. My name is Akisa Wandera. Many thanks for staying with us. So today, ODM's National Elections Board has spoken on some of the disputed results in nomination of some various places, especially in Nyanza. And tonight, on our Saturday night poll, we ask you, do you think the ODM Elections Board has made the best decisions for the people of Nyanza? Do you think the ODM Elections Board has made the best decisions for the people of Nyanza? Tweet us at KTN News, at Akisa Wandera, starting with yes or no for easier tracking of your responses on social media. And of course, I will be sampling some of them at the end of the program. But first things first, let's take a look at the highlights.
Jaguar, usikubali negotiation na kamanda. Nilihesabu kura mpaka nikamaliza.
When celebrities cry real tears, musician Jaguar and others complain about Jubilee primaries. Homa Bay County erupts after ODM confirms Awiti as governorship ticket winner.
Kisumu, the governor winner is Anyang' Nyong'o. The winner for gubernatorial is Cyprian Awiti.
ODM Election Board confirms Nyong'o as Kisumu governorship candidate, authenticating the Nyakach declaration.
Upande wa malezi pia lazima nifanye nini? Niwajibike sasa. Kando na kutafuta lazima niwajibike tena kulea kama mzazi namba 2 sasa.
Nastuka nikiona vile nilimpata huko muchari. Niliogopa sana.
And crying for mercy. Huruma tragedy victims languishing in pain and poverty 1 year later. Many thanks for joining us. Our sign language interpreter is Miresha Witi, and I am Akisa Wandera. The ODM's National Elections Board has upheld the nomination results for Homa Bay, Kisumu and Siaya counties by declaring Cyprian Awiti, Professor Anyang' Nyong'o and Colonel Rasanga as the winners. However, a section of Homa Bay residents immediately took to the streets protesting the board's decision to hand Governor Awiti the ticket. As Duncan Hyamba now reports, ODM supporters will wait for a while to know who the Migori governorship candidate will be.
The winner for gubernatorial is Cyprian Awiti with 159,220.
It's that verdict by ODM's National Elections Board upholding gubernatorial nomination results for 3 counties in Nyanza that sparked protests in Homa Bay County. Supporters of Oyugi Magwanga expressed their disappointment and fury over the outcome.
Awiti ameiba kura zetu. Kama kuna piacha achukue kura yake hapa. Hiyo ndio tunataka.
Homa Bay County residents.
Yes.
Electing Awiti as the governor for the next 5 years is like forcing a stone into our throat. We cannot accept that.
People are expressing their anger because their man who won the nomination was rigged out. So you are not happy?
We want the person who has won is Oyugi Magwanga. We don't want Awiti Cyprian to be imposed on the residents.
Senator Moses Kajwang was also declared the winner with 150,185, rating at 53% against Fred Rabongo's 133,497, rating at 47%.
Kisumu, the governor winner is Anyang' Nyong'o with 164,553, followed by Jack Ranguma with 98,573.
The board endorsed the midnight Nyakach declaration that Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o would fly the Kisumu governorship flag. It also endorsed the nomination of Nyando Member of Parliament Fred Outa as party's senatorial candidate, who garnered 197,591, beating Ochola Ogoda, who received 50,351. Rosa Kinyibuyu is the nominee woman representative.
And Kisumu Central, the winner is Fred Odhiambo Ouda. Then Seme, MP, the winner is James Wambura Njikal. Nyando, the winner is Jared Odoyo Okelo. And Muhoroni is James Onyango Koyo.
Same case applied for Siaya County despite the spirited fight that has been mounted by Rarieda Member of Parliament Nicholas Gumbo, who was eyeing the gubernatorial ticket, and Game Member of Parliament Jakoyo Midiwo, both dismissing the nomination exercise, terming it a sham.
Siaya, the winner for gubernatorial is Colonel Rasanga. The winner for senatorial is James Orengo. The women rep winner is Christine Ombaka. MP Game, the winner is Elisha Otieno. MP Ugunja, the winner is Opio Wandai. MP Ugenya, the winner is Christopher Karani. MP Bondo, the winner is Gideon Ochanda.
ODM Chairman John Mbadi was also declared the winner, Suba South constituency, while Raila Odinga's elder brother, Dr. Oburu Oginga, lost his bid to wrestle the Bondo ticket from the incumbent Gideon Ochanda. For Migori County, only senatorial and woman representative results were announced, with the board stating that the contested gubernatorial results were still pending before the appeals board.
Whatever the circumstances, results are only announced by the returning officer. If somebody is dissatisfied, it's not to go to a different venue and appoint their own returning officer, but to take the due process of petitioning.
ODM's final nomination exercise, which is Nairobi County, kicks off Sunday morning in all the 330 IEBC gazetted polling stations. Duncan Hemba, KTN.
Well, and as that happened, popular Kenyan musician Jaguar today cried real tears alongside his supporters at the Jubilee Party headquarters as they protested the outcome of the Jubilee Party Nairobi primaries. Jubilee has received over 400 complaints following the highly competitive process that ended Wednesday. Timothy Otieno now reports on the nomination fallout headache likely to face the ruling party.
Emotions were high at the Jubilee Party headquarters in Nairobi. Here, political aspirants and their supporters were determined to have their voices heard. Days after the conclusion of an exercise they insist was not democratic. The hotly contested Starehe constituency seat, pitting long-time politician and incumbent Member of Parliament Maina Kamanda against his main rival Charles Jaguar Kanyi, better known as Jaguar, may have been the center of attention today. Both individuals made their way to the party headquarters, although their matter will be heard Sunday morning by the disputes tribunal.
That young man, Jaguar, it's like my son. I have no problem with him. If he says we talk and that we want to sit and sit down, I will not tell him, no, I don't want to see him. Because at the end of the day, we want to deliver this city. I have no personal grudge against anybody.
Maina Kamanda amesema he is ready to sit down with me. Me, I'm not going to have a sit down with anyone, and I'm not going to go back to the elections again because we won, and my people have been calm. Na sasa ikifika mahali, kuna mahali inafikanga unasema ujinga yende na ujinga. Yes.
The tribunal insists the May 1st deadline to conduct party primaries only applies if the exercise is being conducted for the very first time, meaning a repeat exercise could be conducted even after the High Court set deadline.
If we order that, we clearly cannot tell who won. Going the consensus way at times is good, but at times is bad. The party believes that the will of the people should be respected.
But the tribunal's headache could extend if the possibility of consensus is allowed as a dispute resolution mechanism.
All the 11 have camped here. You are a thief. You are a thief.
Roy Sambu, Member of Parliament Waihenya Ndirangu, for instance, was a man under siege. 11 aspirants who faced him for the seat during the just concluded nominations insist that they will not hold any dialogue with the incumbent after claims of election malpractice marred the nominations exercise.
We have been coming to the headquarters every day to camp here to ask for our results. He should not give you rubbish. This man is well known. And if you also want to know the truth, kindly just visit Roy Sambu. This man cannot address a gathering of 10 people anywhere. Who voted for him? Surely.
Waihenya is used to sue every election. Yes. But this one, he's very unfortunate for him. People. We cannot agree and we are not ready. What we are saying of our dead body, we cannot agree.
The Jubilee Party has heard and determined more than 65 disputes just today alone, with the in-tray extending to close to 400 complaints that must be resolved by 10th May, when parties ought to hand over their aspirants list to the IEBC.
Our mandate is either to affirm the decision of the National Elections Board and that of the returning officer. Secondly, we can nullify the results that have been delivered to by the returning officer. And thirdly, we can request or order and direct for a repeat of the nomination, depending on the magnitude of the malpractices, whereby you cannot, in any case, get to know who the winner was.
Naomba Uhuru, President ya Kenya, President ya Kenya, aheshimu maoni ya mavijana. Bila Jaguar, hata huyu Jaguar amebeba kura ya vijana kadhaa Kenya mzima.
The Jubilee Party will now have to deal with the seemingly bad blood oozing off the competitive process that has seen supporters and aspirants clash.
What and you did, everybody knows.
They have
so
brought, you
don't,
can wait.
Even as possible fallouts remain the party's main concern heading into the August 8th general election. Over 7,000 aspirants were all hoping to carry the Jubilee torch come August the 8th, engaging in the nomination exercise over the last couple of days. And with slightly over 300 complaints registered here at the Jubilee Party headquarters, this may appear a drop in the ocean. But tell that to the aspirants who now face the possibility of possibly having to resolve their issues through consensus, considering the strict timelines governing the election nomination period. Timothy Otieno, KTN News.
Thank you, Timothy, for that. Now, police in Eldoret town were forced to lob tear gas canisters and fire bullets in the air to separate two rival political groups. Several people were injured in the melee after they were pelted with stones, and vehicles belonging to Uasin Gishu governorship aspirant Zedekiah Kiprop Bundatich, popularly known as Buzeki, were extensively damaged. Elvis Koskei now reports.
Trouble started when Buzeki's convoy snaked its way into the town CBD. But supporters waving incumbent Governor Jackson Mandago's posters started pelting the vehicles with stones. He had earlier made stopovers in several estates within the town without any ugly incident.
Hivi leo nilikuwa kwa tribunal ya Jubilee jana, ambaye nilipeleka malalamishi yangu kwa sababu ya kura ambazo zilipigwa ambazo tunasema hazikuwa ni za huru na za haki. Kwa hivyo nilikuja kuambia wafuasi wangu ambayo wamesubiri tangu kura ilipopigwa, kuambia asante kwa kunipigia kura, na pia niwaambie ya kwamba tutangoja jawabu kesho saa 8:30, alafu nitawaambia kauli ambayo tumepatiwa na tribunal ya JAP. Nilipokuja nikapitia kule Langas, tukakuja salama, nikawasalamia wafuasi wangu. Tulipofika hapa Turkadero, vijana ambaye ni wafuasi wa mpinzani wangu ambaye tumewahi kupigwa mawe hapo siku nyingine, wakaanza kurusha mawe, wakapiga hii gari. Na ukiona walikuwa wanapiga hizi gari mbili, ni zile gari mimi natumia na security yangu. Hii ilikuwa ni ya kwamba mimi ni target.
The duo in the run-up to the just concluded Jubilee Party primaries were engaged in a bruising battle for the gubernatorial seat, but Mandago trounced Buzeki.
Nyingine, kura zilizopigwa za gavana zilikuwa 213,000, 213,000 zilipigwa kura, na kura zilizopigwa za women rep ni 113,000. Kuna tofauti ya 100,100 ya kura ambazo inaonekana watu walikuja wakampigia women rep, na kwa seneta na gavana kuna tofauti ya kura 60,000. Kwa hivyo tumesema na nimeambia Jubilee, hii kura haikuwa ni ya haki na tunangoja wakate kauli kesho.
Buzeki accused Mandago of inciting his supporters for the chaos, saying his vehicle was on several occasions been pelted with stones.
Na naibu wa rais walisema hapa Kenya haitamwagika damu tena kwa sababu ya kushindania mashindano ya kisiasa. Tunaona ya kwamba kuna wengine hawajasikia hiyo maneno, na ndio manake wanafanya vurugu kama hii. Kuna mtu amepelekwa hospitali pia amevunjika mkono. Kwa hivyo nasema tuweke amani, na nataka nimwambie, kunipiga mawe ndio kuniongezea nguvu, na nitakata kauli ambaye tutaenda na watu wa Uasin Gishu mpaka mahali tutaridhika na tupate haki yetu.
But when contacted, Mandago said he was away and distanced himself from the chaos. Police officers later beefed up security in the town, dispersing people regrouping as tension remained high, with business people forced to close their business early. Elvis Kosgei, KTN News, Uasin Gishu County.
Now, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commissioner, IEBC, says it has covered much ground regarding preparation for this year's general election. Commissioner in charge of training and voter education, Roslina Kombe, says already the commission has finalized the training of over 400 returning officers ahead of the start of voter verification using the Kenya Integrated Election Management System.
As you know, candidates will start presenting the documents to us for nomination starting from the 28th of May. And we have a system that we've put in place to ensure that a technology-based system that we have put in place for purposes of the nomination. We also have the KIMS also contains the verification mechanism there, because we are going to be doing the verification of voters, biometric verification of voters beginning from the 10th of May to the 10th of June. That is for 1 month. And we'll be using that gadget for purposes of verification of biometrics, for purposes of ensuring that our register is accurate and it's complete. Then the next part of the KIMS training that they have also been undertaking relates to voter identification, which, as you know, will be having an electronic system of identifying voters on election day.
All right, let's now take a short commercial break. Don't go too far. Remember, we are asking you tonight on our Saturday night poll, do you think the ODM Elections Board made the best decision for the people of Nyanza? Do you think the ODM Elections Board made the best decisions for the people of Nyanza? Tweet us at KTN News, at Akisa Wandera. I'll be taking a look at a number of your views just before the end of the bulletin. But for now, let's take a short break.